I'm a singer, and that means I'm an opera singer, I'm a concert singer, I'm a lead singer, and all that. And I wouldn't say I need time to do this or like that more or something like that. I think it's always important that you combine it, and because one is influencing the other. Mm-hmm. And very often when I sing opera after I've done a lot of recitals, I feel it. It's different. It's more refined, it's more vocally on the point, focused, and also it's more aware of the little details in the text. So one thing is always helping the other, and that's why I would never say I'm only this or that. When I say you have to stretch the bow, yeah, the farther the arrow can go. And the same is with the voice. If I think that I have to sing until last roll, it won't work. It is like going back, having really the room behind you, behind your body, and make it really open. And then it will come. And it's always, if you focus, you really take the voice very small, focused in here, and then you make room and then let it go. Wow. And then it will project. It's just like an arrow, it will go. For me, important is always that I know what I sing. I know where I am. In my head is the whole picture, or it's like a movie. And I'm singing it. If I make then a step or if I do an action, that comes behind all that. But the first thing is that I'm in the role. And then I don't care if I sit, I stand, I walk, or whatever. It's inside. I would also be like that in a rehearsal. So it's independent. Because everybody, when it considers still Clytemnestra as the terrifying, she is the murderer, and of course she is the murderer, but for her the murderer is over. It's now her guilt.
Yeah.
No, it's not really justified, but understand it, there are a lot of reasons who brought her to do that. But where the opera is, we are there in the situation where Elektra has the murder in her mind. And I think we shouldn't forget that. And also Oreste, they are still the murderer to be. For Clytemnestra is about guilt, about tragic. The whole life is a real tragic life. And I think it's very human of her. And that's why to think about her, oh, she's the crazy one, I don't think that we really give her justice to only see her through those eyes. There is much more to it. For me, it is always important to absolutely take serious the text. Reading the text, reading the text, reading the text. And I remember that 2 years ago, I think it was, I sang Kundry again in Paris. And I fell over a phrase that all of a sudden I realized I don't understand it. First time. So I took again the textbook, not the music, the textbook, and I read it through several times. And somehow until then it becomes clear. So I take the text very serious, I take the music very serious, I always question everything. I question, why is there a pause? Why is there now a counterpoint that I'm singing, or you know, I have the emotion in the orchestra and I have just the text and not much melody on it. Question it. All information is in there. And that's why for me it is very important that nowadays we put an interpretation on something instead of really only reading the text and playing the text. That is hard enough. It is very difficult to always analyze and say, okay, here, this phrase, he says that, but later on he says the contrary. So why is it? You know, always ask yourself why it is written like that, and you will find the answer. And just only to interpret it in the moment would make it too short. So it's always reading the whole thing and just let it sit, and or I can only describe it like that, it will form up something.